So I just went for a run earlier. It's my first run of this year, and it is definitely something that I've been wanting to get back to. And one thing I noticed today when I was on my way to the trail where I normally run was there was a lady at the traffic light right across me, and it was clear that she was wearing a lot of makeup. Um, Almost to the point where it was clownish, but not in a funny way or anything like that. But it just seemed like she was, I don't know, perhaps trying to cover up something that made her uncomfortable in herself. And it really mirrored that back to me and made me think about what is it within me that I try and cover up that just has this quality of a mask, I guess. No, I don't wear makeup or anything like that, but it's what I saw was very reminiscent of a mask. It was a an image that she maybe perhaps got used to seeing in herself, and probably there was something in there that something in her that told her, oh, it's not okay to be like this, and so I need to cover it up. And that really got me thinking in terms of just the all the masks that we all wear in when it comes to different situations and different contexts, and um, or even just the mask that we wear to present to the world, right? We don't want to see the ugliness. We don't want to share that the reality of the image of who we are underneath it all. And perhaps there is some shame in that, and I think that's something that I've been struggling with. Is how do I stay authentically myself and not try and portray myself a certain way, or um, try and change myself so that somebody likes me more, or so that somebody at first glance it's like, oh wow, what a handsome fella, like why would I, like, why do I think I need to hide behind this mask, and so it is something that I think there's a Japanese idiom, that we have three faces, one that we show to the world, one that we show to our family, and underneath it all, the real face, that we only show to ourselves. And so, which one is me, right? Who am I really? Am I the one pretending to be something for society? Um, Or am I the person that my family perceives me to be through the lens of love? Or is it someone that, or at the bottom of it all, is it me, who, like, when I'm with myself, um, and I think the question of authenticity in a world where I don't feel like I belong, I don't feel like I'm understood, um, and so maybe sometimes it's just easier to, put on this mask of that maybe is more relatable to everybody else, and I don't know how we can um, separate that. And yeah, I just think it's a task that, should we decide to take it on for ourselves, I think there's a treasure within us that's waiting to be found. And sometimes it's just learning to separate our voice from the voices that we've internalized over the course of our lifetime, and our conditioning that this is how I'm supposed to behave in this situation, or this is how I'm supposed to, yeah, just, I don't know, just present myself to the world, right? And I struggle with that. I'm like, how much of myself should I share? And yeah, sometimes I overshare, with people who probably know far more about me than I know about them. Um, and it's probably by design, um, on their part. Like, I'm happy to share with people I consider my good friends. And yeah, I think I feel like surrounding ourselves with people who basically allow us to, you know, take off that mask, or rub off that makeup, and really be truly ourselves. You know, of course, the essence of ourself is always going to shine forth, and there's some absolute beauty and brilliance in each and every one of us that, should we choose to pay attention to it or orient ourselves towards viewing it in a way that is in a way that reminds us of who we really are, underneath it all. And yeah, I think that's, for me, there's, that's worth exploring. And um, Yeah, it's just a something that is a long. It doesn't have to be a long search, but sometimes it's hard to really find that space within ourselves to where even we're okay with being who we are, you know. And of course, we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna say things we regret, or we're going to, yeah, perhaps not fully realize the implications of our words and the impact that it has on not only ourselves but the people around us. And so, to me, it's something worth exploring within each and every one of us. It's something that is this. It's a piece of the puzzle of bringing forth more of ourselves into the world without worrying about how we will be perceived. I wish I could control what people thought of me or how they perceive me. Um, what I realized is that even the image that we hold on to of another person is probably not even true anymore. It doesn't hold up because everything is in motion, everything is constantly changing. And, we go through life experiences that really shape us, and for better or worse. And sometimes it's just something that we need to go through in order for us to really kind of come back to ourselves, to that part of ourselves that feels like home. It feels like a reminder that underneath it all, this is who I am. And now I remember who I was all along, and there's this almost a sense of remembering of this is who I am. And as painful as that journey is, sometimes I feel it is worth it to really just come back to ourselves. It's this beautiful, painful journey that it's so easy to drown out ourselves in, the external noise. And when we're unable to sort of separate or recognize ourselves underneath all the noise, then that reflects, in our internal landscape. And it's something that is of great value and deep importance in order for us to cultivate the inner environment, right? For us to be comfortable with just sharing what it is that who it is that we are, and not being shy or afraid to share it. And there's always a risk that perhaps if I share this part of myself, I'll be ridiculed, or I'll, you know, be made fun of, or um, I'll be pushed away. Those are valid risks. I mean, those are valid assessments of this risk that we take when we open up ourselves to the people around us. And despite the fact that, we haven't, or our truest essence hasn't been received or been truly seen by the other, we can perhaps even shut down, because it's much easier to pretend to be somebody. And so if they don't like that person, it's only the person that you're pretending to be. And that covering that we wear, that is it's hiding your true beauty inside you. That's not something to hide. That's something to cherish. The beauty, the uniqueness of every single one of us. There has never ever been anyone in the history of this planet who's like you. And there never will be. And so you have a unique perspective that you can really, if you choose to share that with the world, you never know how the world will mirror that back to you, because you were brave enough to share all of yourself with the world. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful that we're able to rise above that, and to stay true to ourselves. So let's celebrate ourselves. Let's celebrate our unique gifts and talents that we bring to this world, because there's only one you, and that you, the world is ready to receive that. It's ready to receive you.